Hello, hello, hello. How are you? How's your beginning of 2025 going? And I suppose the question I want to ask you is, do you want to turn your pain into purpose? And that's a lot about what I yak on about. The sign behind me, inner wealth, and I happen to have one of them here. So that's what I want to talk into today is how do you begin? Where do you start if you're in pain? If you're someone who's perhaps on the outside looks like you've got it all going on, you know, you may be in a great relationship, your career looks like it's going really well, you've got all the toys, you've got all that opens and closes. But if we peel all that away, how are you feeling inside? What does inside feel like? So are you feeling perhaps still really fatigued even though you had a break? Are you feeling burnt out? Are you tired of this hamster wheel that you're just still on it like it's 2025 and you're meant to be filled with vibrancy and excitement and passion, but you're not? So I'm going to talk into how you can begin changing this, and just one tiny little step that you can start today to begin changing that, because far out it's hard when you're on that hamster wheel and you keep turning up and you keep showing up, but inside nobody actually knows what it feels like. You would have heard of masks, armor, false self. There are ways that we can tend to hide behind, which is what I write about in my book, Inner Wealth. You know, the mask that I used to hide behind. And a real turning point for me was in my 30s, just recognizing how actually unhappy I was. I was really good at going, yeah, everything's great, feeling fantastic. But I wasn't inside. And I felt like a real fraud, because what I showed the outside world was very, very different to what was going on in my inner world. And that's how I landed on the title, Inner Wealth, in my, I will say, bestseller book. That's very exciting. On the 26th of November last year, I got the title bestseller, so that's really, really exciting. Anyway, I don't want to get off track. I really want to equip you with a few takeaways that will help you slow down, bring in abundance, and just bring in more peacefulness. Because for you to begin changing that burnt out, that hamster wheel, the only way is to learn, because you've got to learn it, is how to slow down. Now, my push and pull method, which I talk about in my book, not a lot, but a little bit, is what has been created over many years of working as a marriage therapist, a trauma counsellor, and a coach. I've been doing this work for 17 years, and this book I've written is my life's work, and it's a memoir. I've really shared my inner world from birth up to now. And you know, why have I done this? Look, it's a calling. It's something that was very spirit-led. It was this energy that I had to do it. But what has come from this is a navigational tool. It's sort of really manifest and put everything together that I use in my practice, but in a really easy, tangible way. So the first part of the push and pull method, well, if I was to summarize, it's three arms of it, three roads, if you were to use that context, is we have awareness, acceptance, and authentic action. It's rinse and repeat constantly, over and over and over again. So awareness has quite a few arms of it. So does acceptance and also authentic action. So today I want to talk into awareness. It's having awareness in any given moment. What is going on for you internally? Because this world we live in is it's all everything outside of ourselves. In fact, I'm just going to pop my book down. Don't know why I'm hanging on to it. I need both hands. Awareness in any given moment, what is going on for you inside yourself. To be able to stop just living in the head and working it out, particularly if you're going through some big stuff at the moment. Perhaps there's some big changes in your business, perhaps in your relationship, perhaps to do with extended family. The thing is, we do not have any control of things outside of ourselves, because we don't. The only one we can work with is ourselves and the internal changes. So bringing it back to awareness, something that has helped me enormously and still does to this day, because it's a practice, is actually two things. Mindfulness and meditation. Now, they're quite different. Meditation is a meditation practice. I would not be standing here today in my sense of self, my authentic self that I've been able to land into, if I had not brought in a meditation practice. I started when I was 45, so quite a few years ago, and it's a practice that I practice every day. So whether it's 5 minutes or 25 minutes, meditation practice is crucial. So we got that arm, but then also mindfulness. So mindfulness is being able to be mindful in any given moment. And if you've had a lot of trauma and you haven't healed that trauma, you may find mindfulness quite difficult, because you might often get triggered into the fight or flight or freeze, and that often happens around the Christmas period. If you haven't done some of that work to be able to regulate nervous system, because crucial. My nervous system got activated a couple of times over the Christmas break. My meditation practice is brilliant, my journaling is brilliant, but also practicing mindfulness. And to be able to notice in any given moment, okay, what am I feeling? And being able to go into my body, where in my body am I feeling it, and to be with it. That is the trick. But also through mindfulness, what I can smell, what I can see, touch. So at the moment I can feel the rug underneath my feet, and it's coming back to your senses. Look, I could rattle on about this for hours, because I'm extremely passionate around being able to connect inwardly with your inner wealth. You've got it. We've all got inner wealth within us. Now, inner wealth is different for all of us. For me, inner wealth is being able to really connect inwardly to my power source. When my nervous system gets activated, I can become quite childlike. So for me, it's being able to contact that inner power source at any given moment. So that's the power, passion. I'm very passionate about inspiring people, about helping people move through their shit so that they can connect inwardly to their authentic self, and also living on purpose. And so I guide people, I coach people to be able to find their purpose. Why are you in this body at this given time? I work with individuals who they're often in quite high-powered jobs. However, they've recognised it's just not feeding their soul. They're well paid, but they're wanting more. They're wanting to live from that purpose place inside of themselves. So aligning the head, heart and the gut. And this is all about what inner wealth is about, is that going from pain into purpose, and the more practices and the more ways that you are able to do that, the more of that it will come in, because you've probably recognized that your inner wealth, it doesn't come from outside of yourself. Now, our programming, our conditioning, it does come from outside of ourselves, or that is what we are led to believe. But for those of you who are looking and searching for more, your inner wealth comes from within yourself. And the focus for me is to coach people to find their own inner wealth, to find their own inner power source, to find their voice, reclaim their power, and to be able to speak up from a really truthful, authentic way, to be able to really connect into that passion. It's an energy, it's a vibrancy, and to live on purpose. So if any of this speaks to you, in the show notes you'll be able to see where you can connect with me. Look at my push and pull method on the Helen Harrison website, or grab a book, grab a copy of my book, and you'll get to be able to really find different ways, tools, strategies. I've got a navigation of how you get to coming home to you and all your awesomeness. So anyway, I've just tapped in, and look, if any of this is speaking to you, connect with me. Love to hear from you.